So, it is chapter 10? It's chapter Canto 10, chapter 14, verse 1. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Brahma Vacha.
Gunjavatam saparipichala sanmukaya Vanyasraje kavala vetra vishanamenu Lakshma shriye vidupade pashupangajaya.
It is a wonderful prayer. I will put back a little bit into context. Because when we approach the Supreme Lord, we approach naturally with a great veneration, because it is the only means that we have to approach the Supreme Lord. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when we approach the Supreme Lord, there is naturally a great reverence, because the conception is that He created everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavu. Everything emanates from Him. Everything rests upon Him like pearls on a thread. So there's a great reverence and a great taste in remembering the greatness of the Lord. And in this way we become small. That is why reverence is something that is very important. Because without reverence, you cannot develop humility. Something has to be much greater, that surpasses you, that controls you, and that astonishes you. At that point, there is humility. Otherwise, it is not possible. But when this humility comes and Krishna makes a special arrangement so that you can meet his sweetness, then there is an astonishment which is completely flipped upside down. And this is possible to understand when you meet Krishna personally on a certain plane. Because when you integrate the transcendental world in your Svarup, you are already disposed to this sweetness. Because the relationship is there. Because you know Krishna. You know the love he has for you. Well, of course, it is always surprising and always ever new. Because when the Lord pours out his love within you, because he has a special love for you, then you inundate yourself in his feeling. And you become like an object of his love that will move for him to go towards his beloved. Or you receive the mercy of Radharani, which will move towards her beloved. But this, it is an astonishment which is devoid of opulence. It is just sweetness. So this is the ultimate experience of prem. But there is an experience which manifests in the progression of the revelation of the Svarup. And when you receive the first rays of the holy name and you are carried away like a piece of straw, where you give up all your attachments, nothing can stay. To the contrary, you would want everything to disappear. You just want to be carried away. It is a moment of happiness. It is ruchi, familial attachment. Everything disappears. Everything goes away. It is happiness. All desires go away. Nothing can stop. It's so strong, the holy name. And with experiences like that, you cannot go backtrack. It is not possible. It is finished. But this astonishment is there. But the meeting with Krishna is not complete. And so, in this progression of the holy name, there's more and more astonishment up until being introduced. And when you are introduced, you wake up in Braj with Krishna. But there, in this context, what is extraordinary is that Brahma knows Lord Narayan. This is what is extraordinary. It is that Brahma, who is the first manifested being in the creation, who is like the Vedas personified, he knows the Lord in his opulence. So, there's an astonishment that is inconceivable because Lord Narayan gives an astonishment that is inconceivable. But there is opulence. He is the Supreme Lord. I am in front of the Lord. And He is so wonderful. And all qualities emanate. It is just like a firework of beauty. It is just like a firework of sweetness. But He is the Supreme Lord. So, Brahma already has the experience of the Lord Narayan. So, For him, it is the greatest experience. You cannot have superior things. And so, like we explained last time, since Brahma Swarup, this Brahma, is connected to Braj, even if he knows this Lord Narayana did not develop his eternal Swarup. He didn't develop his true eternal taste. That is why he didn't have trust in his eternal position. So, the Supreme Lord must make an arrangement at a certain level for his devotee to realize himself. Otherwise we stay in a conditioned state, which means that we consider that we are a devotee, we are influenced by goodness, but we are attached to other things connected to this material condition. We cannot immerse ourselves completely in love of God, because this body is not made for this. It is made to separate ourselves from our reality. As long as we think that we are a woman, as long as we think that we are a man, we are separated from our reality. And we cannot realize it. It is not possible. That is why the Lord must make an arrangement for everybody. And for Brahma it is a special arrangement. Why? Because he is the sub-creator. You don't realize this. Every day Brahma, he recreates the living entities, this and that. It is inconceivable, the position of Brahma. So the arrangement that Krishna will do is an inconceivable arrangement. That is why he make it happen that Brahma is in a form of illusion and that he will himself test the Lord. That is why it happens, because it will not be possible otherwise. How Brahma, who is the Vedas personified, could find himself in wanting to test the Supreme Lord? So we know, first, Krishna made this arrangement that the cows will go astray. They went far away, so far that at one point the cowherd boys, because actually the cows are their fortune, their wealth. It is their life itself. And in Braj, the relationship with the cows is inconceivable in love, because they have an inconceivable beauty and sweetness and a love for Krishna that is like a mother. Cows are like mother, and Krishna accepts them like his mothers. So a mother in the Vedic conception is something inconceivable. For us, we cannot understand, because in the West, a mother, it educates us, and after a while we're tired of her. We're fed up. Always behind my back, all of that. We just want to fly and go away. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. But in the Vedic conception, it is completely different. And so, Krishna found this pretext to say to his friends, because they were in picnic in complete ecstasy, where each cowherd boy was in confidence with Krishna. He was contemplating Krishna's beauty, and because he was contemplating it so much, he was moving, and at the same time he was giving his rest to Krishna. It's an exchange of love, you understand? It's not just eating. Because us, when we eat, not much is happening. But it is an exchange of love. They drink Krishna's beauty. It's so beautiful he eats, and they offer the love to Krishna. And Krishna eats, because he drinks the love of his devotees. He drinks also their beauty, because the living entities in Braj are so beautiful, even the Lord is attracted by his devotees. It is something that is wonderful. The one from which everything emanates, he becomes completely thrown away, blown away. Krishna, he drinks the beauty of his devotees. He's completely blown away by his devotees. Like the devotees are completely attracted by Krishna. It's something that is crazy, Braj. People don't understand what is Sakyaras. They speak about Sakyaras, they make you a reference with Madhurya, this and that. But Krishna, without his devotees, without his Karyatparis, is nothing. There's not only Radharani. This is false. I will take you an example. In the material world, for example, men can fall in love with a woman, but the friends stay. Friends are there because it is part of the importance of life. Without friends, we cannot be happy. Krishna, without his friends, he cannot be happy. And this is something that is difficult to understand. It is very difficult to understand. Even if Krishna is always absorbed in his beloved, at the same time he cannot live without his friends. Because the Lord can manifest so many feelings, so many situations. And so when there is this exchange of food, it is an exchange of astonishment. How can we leave this situation? Krishna is completely absorbed. The Sakhas are completely absorbed. He manifests himself for each Sakha, and each Sakha thinks, Krishna is only for me. Can you believe it? He savors Krishna, and Krishna, he relishes him. It's something unlimited, so much intense. Krishna manifests more and more beauty, and the Sakhas, they manifest more and more beauty. It is a competition of qualities, of beauties, of sweetness, of extraordinary fragrances. They're like fireworks. But it is to tell you, when Krishna comes in Bhoma Vrindavan, he comes with all of his incarnations. And so, in this nature of opulence, he understands that he must correct Brahma, bring him on a higher plane, because the sweetness cannot stop for Brahma. It's not possible. For one Brahma, that's not possible. But the mercy is so great in the Supreme Lord. Mercy is so great that it comes in a form of energy to give him a remembrance, to save him. Otherwise, never he will send devotees in this material world. Can you believe? Krishna is so much absorbed in things that he cannot even control, and still there's a place, his energy of mercy acts so that he can remember us. We have nothing to do. How many times did you think about Krishna this morning? Did you love him? How much you give your life for Krishna? And even if you live here, what is the intensity truly? The proof is you even think, I have a lack, I need something. We're so far away. So far away. We're not able to. We think only about ourselves. We're directed only towards ourselves. That is why we have so much frustration. But in Krishna's world, it is not possible. We cannot want to leave Krishna. Those who think that, it's not possible. It's not possible. Because there's so much absorption. It is limitless. Even a pastime, how can it stop? Even a moment, how can that stop? It is impossible. It is the pastime energy that must direct everything. That brings another ocean for each to redirect them. Otherwise it is not possible. You just want to be with Krishna face to face and eat for eternity with him. See his beauty, because it's limitless. The more you enter in the eyes of Krishna, the more it is wonderful, 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 wonderful. It's limitless, eternally. This is Krishna's darshan. It is not something small, Krishna consciousness. That is why it is difficult to attain. Rupa Goswami says it's really rarely attained. Because if we live selfishly for the illusion of beings who will disappear, the attachments are there, it is not possible. We have to be at least completely detached. Nishta. This is the beginning. It is the very beginning. There's no more attachments. It starts. Before, it is complicated. So, in this moment, Krishna, through his energy of mercy, can think about something else. Can you believe it? And all of his devotees, they can also accept, otherwise they cannot help Krishna. Krishna tells them, the cows went astray. Stay for the picnic, I will go alone. How can they even feel a moment of separation with Krishna? It is not possible. Imagine yourself the shock. This is the pastime energy of Krishna that they accept. They accept. They're in the remembrance of Krishna. Krishna is always there, and still there, and within them. At that moment, he manifests himself from within. It will not be possible, the separation. And then Krishna goes away. And when he goes to find the cows, two energies are within Krishna. One, where he is in his sweetness. Where are my cows? He is lost in the ecstasy of searching his favorite animals. He really wants to be with them. He loves them. It is an ocean of love that goes towards his cows, and he doesn't find them. There is a feeling that is very strong that is there. And at the same time, the energy of strength that is within him, it knows everything. He knows that Brahma's tried to steal the cows. And then when he comes back, desperate, because he was not able to find the cows, all the cowherd boys have disappeared also. Brahma took away everything. And Krishna in his sweetness, he is desperate, but at the same time in his opulence, he can understand. That's very difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. But, because he is the Supreme Lord, he says, oh, I understand everything. I understand everything. Brahma wants to test me. Krishna smiles. What can a small Brahma do? But everything is organized to completely take away things from within him, from his pride. Because he thinks, I am Brahma. The Devas have a form of pride. They are the Sakama Bhaktas, mixed devotees. He must take away everything. That is why in your life there will be tests. Krishna will take away everything. If he doesn't take away everything, you will have to come back in the next life. You fight right now. Because it's so simple to raise your arms. Why do you suffer? Because you want to keep. Krishna tries to take away, and you go like this, no, 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 no. And you fall into depression. I'm a bad devotee, but in fact you don't want to surrender. The problem is there, because there will not be lamentation. There will be an incredible nectar. Lamentation is because you're attached, you don't want to let go. You cannot cheat the devotees of the Lord, because they did this, and it's very simple. But when you do this, then it is complicated. When you fight against the mercy, you fight. This is madness. It's been lifetimes and lifetimes. It's not just one life that you fight. That's why you are devotees in this life. Because already in your previous lives you fought to stay in this material world. You want to stay life after life after life. And you're not tired. But those who raise their arms, they find that very simple. But in reality it is not so simple. Otherwise everyone would be pure devotees. What is the difficulty? It is that Krishna reciprocates. He doesn't force anybody. He is freedom personified. Completely He lets you free. It is for you to decide. But why it takes time? It takes many lifetimes. And you know it. Everybody knows it. How will we go back to Krishna in this state of mind? What will you do? Play the teacher, the boxer? What will you do with your anger? What will you do with your control? What will you do there? It doesn't exist, all of that. Your puja of counting the numbers, 4, 3, 2, 7, it doesn't exist. They are feelings. It's pure. So of course all of this, it brings us toward that. But if we don't understand that we have to raise our arms, then the training will not give the feeling. And this is what is difficult. It is we give our life, but at the same time, we take it back. It's not easy. Because we have the Sukriti, we find ourselves with Sukriti because we accumulated pious acts. We find ourselves in a situation with Krishna, but we're not advanced enough to raise our arms. We have a little boyfriend and this and that, but Krishna is far behind. We don't chant many rounds because we're not interested, we don't have taste. We prefer to look at whatever, to do whatever. So we're not ready. We don't want. Where we should cheat ourselves. How long? How much time do we give? But when we talk about time, how much love we give. How many tears we pour. It's not simply time or mechanical action. We speak about action. It is devotion and love. How much time we act with devotion and love, really? There's not much. It's not easy. That is why Krishna must do something. Otherwise, we will not be able to attain success. So, Krishna must make this arrangement. For the smallest, like the greatest. The smallest, it is easy. And it doesn't seem extraordinary. Someone rejects us, we lose our wealth, all our plans are broken, we do a whole plan, everything scrambles. This is not extraordinary. But what Krishna does with Brahma, this is extraordinary. Because he will take the same form of the cowherd boys and the cows. He will manifest himself for many reasons, which is to distribute himself. And this is extraordinary. And at the same time, he must rectify Brahma's pride. He must prove him that he is this worshipable Lord. That is why when Brahma comes back after 1 year, Krishna takes the form of all the Garbhodakshay Vishnu of the universe. Everything. Millions of universes. Each, he comes and he's manifests himself. With each Brahma, with each Shiva, etc. But it's something crazy. Brahma, he has the darshan of like all the universes at the same time. It's not something small. He needs to take away the illusion. Brahma is, it is elevated. Imagine yourself, he sees all of that, and after everything enters in Krishna, he is faking, looking for his cause. Can you believe the scenario? From the greatest opulence, unlimited, their sweetness unlimited, a contrast where Brahma is completely blown away, cannot understand. The pride is destroyed. Once the pride is destroyed, he was able to approach Krishna. That's why, if you have pride, we cannot chant. We cannot have Krishna's darshan. It is not possible. So if Krishna is merciful, if you don't offend the Guru and the Vaishnavas, Krishna will be merciful. Otherwise, no. Be careful. Because if you offend Guru and the Vaishnavas, Krishna will not take away your pride. You can tell, I have to work on myself, but it will not be possible. It will always come back. We need to repair things. If you offend a Vaishnava or the Guru, you have to take his feet and cry. Otherwise, it doesn't work. It's not the little word you will send through a texto that will to a SMS that will deal with the problem. That's not what Krishna is looking. He is looking for tears of repentance. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Your same problem will come day after day, and in the next life also, and the next also. It's not so simple. Careful. Guru aparad, Vaishnava aparad, it's really severe. Krishna does not forgive. He doesn't take away the pride directly. That is why Brahma did not offend the Vaishnava. He offended Krishna. It is different. Krishna is more merciful towards himself. When we offend him, that's okay. But his devotees, he doesn't forgive. This is the only thing that Krishna does not forgive, is when you speak bad about a devotee, a Vaishnava, or the Guru. It's the only thing that Krishna does not forgive. It will always stay there. And not in one life. In the other lives also. So we must be very careful. And after Brahma, he will recite prayers. Because he will be able to have a special mercy of appreciating the sweetness. So we'll stop here.